I don't know really. I haven't really considered it, but I can imagine how stereotyping could affect others.
Personally, like when I was going to school, I faced a lot of opposition at times. Like a lot of students gave me racial slurs, and it affected at times my performance in school.
I just think the Republicans on campus are really just, it's basically much ado about nothing, really. And I think the bake sale is pretty is really offensive, excuse me, in dealing with this situation.
I feel like the bake sale, while it's important to bring up opposing opinions to different things, it was kind of done in a distasteful manner. I feel like there's other ways of bringing up your opinion, and at times it wasn't a surprise to me that a lot of students were offended by the gesture.
Well, I think that the college Republicans were trying to get attention around the issue of affirmative action and their opinion on it. I think that their approach was kind of poorly placed, because I don't think it's appropriate to make light of an issue like affirmative action by equating something like education to cupcakes.
I'm from UC Berkeley PASS, Filipino Academic Student Services. We're part of the larger multicultural coalition on campus known as Bridges. We do a lot of work visiting high schools and community colleges around the state to talk about like college admissions process and like what they need to know. And oftentimes the schools we visit are low-income schools, schools that don't have as many resources, schools don't have counselors. So it's really important that of the work that we do. For folks that I have talked to within my organization, we have felt offended by the gesture. We don't want to respond with any form of violence or negative reaction. We do want to come to this with an open mind. At the same time, we're having a meeting to kind of discuss the issues.
I will be attending a counter get-together with the college Democrats and others. They were really upset. They were calling the event racist and discriminatory and inconsiderate, and I think there's a very strong response. And I also think that they were somewhat pleased because it actually brought attention to the issue, but the response has been stronger than the counter response has been stronger than the agreement with the issue, so it actually ended up hurting the Republicans' position.
I do support the bill, so I do think they should look at factors like that. Unless everything becomes equal, in terms of funding, in terms of, educational achievement for all peoples of all backgrounds, I do think these issues should be looked at, when admitting students.
I feel like out of all of this, just to put that out there, that I'm not in favor of the bake sale itself. And I feel like in terms of affirmative action, there's a lot that needs to be cleared up in terms of understanding with the policy. And I feel the same goes for SB 185. And I feel like what's important to get from this whole situation is that there's a lot of misinformation going around, and it's important to have a critical civil dialogue about the whole issue among different groups.